Oh my gosh, why is my house not selling?
Well, it could be one of three main critical things, and pricing might be the one.
I'm Vickie.
And I'm Jim, and we're with the Bishop team, and today we're going to dive into pricing of your home and how sometimes overpricing can be a problem.
Sure. Every homeowner dreams of selling their home quickly for the most money possible and with as little hassle as possible, right?
That's true, and if you look at a 20-year study of the MLS, the Bishop team sells for an average of 8% higher sales price than the competition, 18% faster, and with fewer headaches.
Awesome. Jim is a little bit of like a spreadsheet geek, so he's got the data. That's pretty good.
Let's dive into the how and how that helps you.
Pricing your home correctly is so important. It's scientific. You got to watch data trends. You've got to know when people are zigging and zagging. And getting the price of your home is important in selling your home. Jim, how do you do that when I lock you in your office and you have headphones on and I slip water and milk under the door?
Well, one of the things that we're looking at are market trends. If home prices are going up or down, if supply is increasing, if demand is going up or down, those all factor into how we price a home. But overpricing a home is often the most appealing to a seller, but can give you the worst results. So let's delve into signs that you might be overpriced.
So what I'm hearing you say is that market conditions can actually change a strategy also. But
Sure.
Mainly, we don't want to overprice a home, but we've got to look at what the market is doing and stay in trend with it, or we could get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, homes that are overpriced generally sell for less money at the end of the day. So unless that's your goal, probably not the strategy you want to take.
Got it.
So what are some signs that your home is overpriced?
Well, I was ripping my hair out. I don't have any offers, and honestly, nobody's even coming to see the house.
So no showings can be a sign of being overpriced. Buyers are much more savvy now. They're online. They know what your neighbors' homes have sold for. So if you're overpriced, they're generally going to think you're not realistic. Let's go look at the other homes, especially as inventory is going up. There's more choices. Let's skip the ones that aren't really motivated.
Sure. And then what happens later as like days on the market start progressing with these homes that are overpriced? Say you're like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, suddenly you're into like the fourth month or the third month. And when I work with buyers, their first question is, what's wrong with that home? I'm going to go get a deal.
Yeah, a lot of times there's the assumption that something's wrong with the home. I'm not going to go look at it because it's overpriced and there's something wrong with it. Or two, that the seller is unrealistic, like we mentioned.
Sure. And I actually am the one on our team that often goes out with buyers because I just love it and it's fantastic. And I'm telling you guys, buyers are looking at houses that are overpriced, thinking I'm going to go in and get a deal. And then say a house is priced at 2.5 million, and it sat there for a while. When they even look at the house for the first time, they may be thinking, it might be a 2.2 or a 2.3. In reality, had it been priced correctly, maybe it was a 2.3 or a 2.4. But after sitting for so long, buyers are like, yeah, no, nobody wants this house.
The Morris family comes to mind. House started at 5 million, sat hundreds of days on market. It's like, hey, let's go in the low fours. And by that time, the seller was just fatigued.
Sure.
They'd been holding it. They had moved out. It was vacant. They were losing money. Let it go. $800,000 below the original asking price. So
sure, and that's a great point. As a seller, if you overprice, it is fatiguing. Even if nobody's coming to see your house and you're not having showings, it's mentally fatiguing. So overpriced homes are selling for less.
So what's another way you can tell that you're overpriced?
Sure, well, people are giving negative feedback. So in the listings that we have, we always send out questionnaires to the agents who showed the home, or if we showed it ourselves, then we ask the buyers what they think, and we give that information to our sellers. So when you get negative feedback on the home, you should really take it into account. I mean, some things may be easy to change, some things not. I'd say 20 years ago, that just dates ourselves. We had a home for sale, and the kitchen wall was, let's call it Kelly green. Think about Dublin, Ireland, that kind of a green. the seller loved that color and did not want to change it, but the buyer did not.
So there's three main things that affect price. Everyone knows location, 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 but it's really location, condition, and price. So if you're getting feedback that, it backs to the freeway, but you're overpriced, that one you can't change. The location, you can adjust the price.
Sure.
If the condition is where you're getting the feedback, you may or may not want to address that. A tired kitchen, dirty carpets, things like that. You can either address the condition or adjust your price. And the third thing is the price itself. If you're not getting showings or you're getting feedback that you're overpriced, then you need to address your pricing strategy, and you might need to adjust it.
Sure, and one of the questions that we usually put out in the survey is, what do you think this home will sell for? So as a seller, you would get that feedback from people that are showing your home, and they usually give some type of a range. So you start to get that feedback in writing, and you can get a mindset as to where you are.
So another way to measure how you're priced is if you're sitting on the market and all the homes around you, all your neighbors are coming on the market, selling, closing escrow, coming on the markets, closing, etc.
That is like sad news. That almost takes me back to the playground days. I'm telling you, when we would play dodgeball or something.
Nobody picked you?
Yeah, and you're like the last one sitting there, and you're like, I promise I have cute piggy tails and the whole thing of ribbons, but you're not getting chosen.
Something might have been wrong with you.
There might have been.
Maybe you weren't a good dodgeball player. Maybe you were just overpriced. So that is another form of feedback that you can use to check the pulse of the market. If the market is still moving and you're not, location, condition, price, look at those.
Sure, and the days on market. You've been on market for 100 days and the average days on market is 45. You really need to look at that.
That is true.
So hey guys, that's kind of it. If you've overpriced, you need to sit down and really have a chat. And Jim, I kind of tease him and stuff, but he is an engineer and he is a little bit nerdy, and I think you have a jerk about engineering and being nerdy and stuff. He does sit and psychoanalyze the numbers, not only for our clients and for our listings, but also for all of Orange County. And it's critical that the day that you go active in the MLS, that you have the correct pricing, and we're drilling down on that. Oftentimes people list their home, have some fixes to do, and maybe you don't go active for 2, 3, 4 weeks or whatever it takes to get prepared to go on the market. The market could change in those 4 weeks. So we sit down with our clients right before we push the button to go active to make sure the pricing is just what it's supposed to be.
That's true. And sometimes you go, hey, the market's gone up in the last 60, 90 days. Let's adjust. Sometimes the market's softened and you might want to adjust the other way. Hate to do that, but it's a better strategy than coming out overpricing and chasing the market down.
Sure, because at the end of the day, what matters most to most people is how much money they get in their pocket and they walk away with, and they're happy. So here at the Bishop team, we do sell 8% higher, 18% faster, and 100% happier.
Yep, that's true. So if you're ready to sell, or you want to analyze the house that you're looking to buy, give us a call. That's what we're here for. I'm Jim.
I'm Vickie.
And we're with the Bishop team, your leading realtors here in Orange County, California. Remember to like and subscribe so you can get information on the real estate market in the future.
Sure, give us a call and Jim can geek out on you.